Alright, what's going on everybody, it's Liam here and welcome to today's video on the channel. And in today's video I have a commentary for y'all and we're going to be talking about the spell audit changes that are coming to Wizard101. You see this a lot in test realm right now. Fire got an entirely new rework. A couple of the storm spells got a rework as well. I believe there is going to be some more coming in the future for storm as well. And in general, I believe every single school is going over like a massive spell audit, kind of like they did a couple of years ago, I believe, which is honestly pretty freaking cool in my opinion. But today's video is obviously to inform you guys about this and as well talk about it and, you know, is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Do you like it? Do you not like it? I'm really curious to see what you guys have to say in the comments below. I know a lot of players just don't want the game to change in general, which is, you know, cool and fine, and I respect your opinion on that. However, I know a lot of players also find the game to be very stale, not changing enough, you know, very repetitive, whether that's PvP or, you know, the PvE experience as well. And that's kind of my first segue I want to talk about in this video is the split between PvE and PvP in general. I feel like PvE players really like the simplicity, and I'm one of those people. You know, I PvP obviously here on the channel, but I like my PvE experience to be very simple, you know, aura, AoE, and stuff like that. But if we look at the fire spell audit here, again, I'll throw some images up on screen of some of the new fire spells. Like, literally everything got audited, like all the shads pretty much and stuff. So it's pretty wild. It's a lot to take in. I don't blame, you know, people for being like, oh my god, what happened to my school? You know, whether you're PvP or PvE. Now, personally, for me, as a PvP player, I'm honestly all down for these changes. As a PvP player, this really solidifies Fire's school identity of being the, you know, the king of damage over times. And I really, really love that. But obviously, just straight up changing the cards like this will affect the PvE player base, which is, you know, the majority of the game. And over on Twitter and, you know, in my comments section as well, on a couple of my videos, I've seen a lot of concerned Fire mains, and, you know, I think they're worried about their school, you know, getting driven away from the buff AoE formula that, you know, a lot of Wiz players like, again, including myself. I think they're very worried about that, and I think the devs are aware that you guys like the buff AoE playstyle, and that still is going to be there for the most part, right? For example, Fire still has, you know, 7-pip Dragon, Fire still has Dragoon Amulet, right? You can still buff AoE and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. Certain spells like Bull, which I did personally run on my Fire, which was a lot of fun, you know, questing as a Fire. I really liked that spell. Pretty good card for PvE, right? Now Bull for PvE just isn't really that great anymore, and I can kind of understand where, you know, some of the PvE player base concerns are coming from. My Fire is like my second school, I mean. I'm obviously a Storm main. That's really no secret here on the channel, but Fire is my next favorite, and, you know, it's just, it kind of, it irks me a little bit the wrong way. I feel like these changes, I do appreciate where the devs are coming from. I know they are mindful of, you know, the PvE casual player experience, which I do appreciate, but I think these changes are good, but I think it was a little bit too much change rapidly, right? Again, for example, the Bull example, right? PvE, I think Bull maybe should have been left alone and stuff like that. Like the AoE stuff for the PvE experience, that stuff should have been left alone. But I don't really have a problem with auditing cards that are primarily used in PvP. One thing I do want to bring up about Fire though, and something I've been playing with on Test Realm, is I've really enjoyed the school identity of Fire, just playing around with overtimes, detonating them, extending them, you know, all the conditionals. I've really enjoyed that, but I'm really afraid that, you know, if KingsIsle isn't careful, they're gonna make Fire a better Storm like we saw a couple of years ago. If they keep giving Fire brute force hits like 7 pips more, if they bring that back, you know, Everburn inside, Sun Serpent, you know, a Freet, stuff like that. I'm really worried we might see a scenario where Fire becomes a better Storm. again if they keep giving fire brute force hits, kind of like what Storm School Identity is supposed to be. But I have absolutely no problem with fire, you know, doing a lot of damage with their overtimes, as they should, because again, School Identity. I'm just really worried that fire has a little bit too much brute force big hits, like Storm might be, for example. And it really sucks, because when I played on Test Realm, I was having so much fun, you know, doing the overtimes and stuff like that, and I don't want all the devs' hard work to just go down the toilet because, you know, oh, just be a Storm on a fire, be a better Storm on a fire, lol XD. I don't want to see that happen like it's happened in the past, so that's why I really don't want fire to have a lot of big brute force hits, again, like Sun Serpent TC, Everburn TC, 7 pips more, right? That kind of stuff. Now, I believe we've only seen about half of these Storm libraries so far, and honestly, these spells are pretty cool. Again, I'll throw them up on screen right now, if you haven't seen them. Pretty cool. I gotta say my favorite so far, I don't know, man. Catch of the Day is really cool. I like that one a lot. But Catalan, I don't know. I like Catalan because it's utility for Storm. You don't have utility on a Storm, typically, so I can appreciate it. But I think Catch has gotta be my favorite. I think I gotta say it, man. I gotta say it. Catch is my favorite Storm spell, the new Catch. But honestly, Storm, so far, just positive feedback I can give to the devs, you know. All their spells, again, follow their school identity, which is pretty darn cool. You know, hit and buffing twice to keep the tempo going, since Storm, you know, is a tempo school. But yeah, I think we've only seen like 3 spells for Storm, and there is a lot more to come, apparently. I don't know if that's true or not, but there should be a lot more to come. If we compare Storm to Fire, Fire got like 15,000 new cards audited. Storm got a couple. So I'm expecting 15,000 new cards for Storm as well, KingsIsle, and I really hope you deliver on that. Now, as of this day, we have also seen a slight, you know, sneak peek at some of the death spells. Hinted on Ratbeard's stream. I think we saw Lord of Night Audit, which is honestly kind of underwhelming in my opinion. Again, I'll try to throw that up on screen right now if I can for y'all. And we also saw the Doom Oni Audit as well, which is very controversial, to say the least. Very controversial, in my opinion. The damage is basically like a Storm Owl for 1 less pip. That is a free gambit, basically. And I don't get it. Then Storm loses Storm Owl, so I just don't really understand this one. But we do have to see some more of the new, you know, reworked gambits in general coming to the game here before I can, you know, give any feedback. But I guess what I will say is, if this spell is going to be this blatantly overpowered, I really hope all of the other gambits are like 5 million times more overpowered than whatever the hell this one is right now, because this is a big red flag in my opinion. But yeah, man, overall, I gotta say that I'm pretty happy with a lot of this. One thing you'll notice is school identity is really trying to be restored, and I can appreciate that. I know a lot of players have been complaining about that for a long time, including myself, so it's really nice to see the effort there on the, you know, side of the devs, obviously. But I'm really curious to see what you guys think about these changes in the comments below. Do you like them? Do you not? You know, I'm of the opinion it's really good. I don't mind change, but I think when it's really rapid, that's when things can go bad, right? For example, Test Realm, we've seen a lot of changes, like a lot, and I'd rather a couple of changes be ruled out, wait a week or 2 for another couple of changes, and then we can slowly put our feedback in, rather than, you know, have 10 million things going on, and then, you know, we can't pin down what the actual problem is for player complaints, basically. So I would prefer, you know, them to trickle out the updates rather than be like, oh, hey, here's a resist buff, a damage buff, 50 new spells, you know, a new conditional, new pips, you know. I would have rathered having the content trickled out so the devs could have got more clear feedback. obviously. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think about this in comments below. You know, I'm really curious to see what you have to say. I'll probably pin a comment if I really like it. And yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Be sure to like and sub if you haven't already. If you made it this far, I would appreciate it. I do post every day. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for being here. And as always, take care, guys.